Smack 'em a gob, everybody. Oh, yeah, it's another thrilling episode of the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with me, Dr. Fuckalicious, and with me is...
Oh, yeah! Wadzilla, baby. How's it going, Ralph?
It's going great. This is a very unique episode because I am going to introduce the guest this week.
Yes.
I always leave Ian to do it, but no, I'm going to do the heavy lifting now. This is a very odd combination because we have the guy I love the most on the internet, Mr. Brian Davis.
Well, thank you, Ralph.
And the guy I hate the most on the internet, Lee Gerstman.
Well, at least I'm the most.
Yeah, you're number one. You are number one, Lee.
Yeah, I'll sit on that finger and twirl.
Yeah, hell yeah. You faggot ass faggot. All right. So what's up, guys? How you doing, Ian? Tell the people.
Oh, I tell you what, man. I'm having a fucking blast. I am fucking wasted already. I'm mixing vodka and beer. I'm ready for an exciting episode. But, before we get into all the usual, I got to address a problem we had this week. It was bothering me. I'm getting bombarded at work. I'm trying to work. And I'm getting bombarded about all this shit on the fucking page. And I addressed this shit last week. And I guess, nobody listened, but it's just been drama. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's a Facebook page, okay? If people are annoying you, people are bothering you, block them. It's that fucking simple. It's that fucking simple.
That's what I do.
And, if you don't like what other people are posting, post what you want. Be the, if you think it's too much of this, you add a little bit of that or a lot of bit of that. This page is supposed to be for you guys. Have fun with it. Now, there are some people who abuse the page, and there's a guy I talked to. Fuck it. I'm naming names this week. I don't give a fuck. Chuck Trainer, Chuck Charles Manson, ease up on your fucking faggoty fucking Oasis shit, okay? This is a Rock and Metal Combat Podcast, not the Britpop fucking page, but he loves to do it. He knows you like it, Ralph, and hey, I like Oasis too. Not as much as you guys. I like it too, but it's a rock and metal, okay? I love Violent Femmes. I don't put it all over the fucking page. I said, Chuck, slow it down a fucking little bit. Calm down. Stop combating people. He's like, oh, okay. And then what do I see? I see all these posts, where like, oh, I bet the OGs like this shit, and he's getting mad about a post that fucking Johnny Vogan made about the OGs. But then I see like Johnny Vogan, oh, these were the glory days. I think we're in the fucking glory days. Ain't like this show's over. I'm sorry, my opinion ain't like it's gone downhill. And this episode's going to fucking prove it to you. But if you don't like what anybody's posting, I don't care who you are. I see shit like, oh, I'm thinking of leaving the page because of this person. Block them. You don't see their shit. And then you can post whatever you want. You don't have to be bombarded by, shit you don't like. And I'm getting messages like, is it true such and such got banned from the Facebook page? I'm like, yeah, that's what happened. This is my page and Ralph's page. If he wants to block somebody, fine. We made this agreement. If he blocks somebody, I don't stop it. If I want to block somebody, Ralph won't stop it. And, if there's anybody who has license to be a dick on the page, it's me and Ralph. You can't do shit about what we post. But we can do shit about what you post. Sorry. It's our fucking page. And, I get like, oh, I can't believe this legendary person got banned from the page. Yeah, he did. Because Ralph and him have a problem, okay? Deal with it. It is what it is. This particular person, fuck it. I'm going to say it, Bill Wayne. Bill Wayne pissed off Ralph, and he's off the page. But here's the thing. Bill Wayne never came on the page anyway.
Yeah. He never left comments or did.
Yeah. He didn't do all that and
to the page at all.
And here's the thing, okay? These two guys, are at it right now. I still talk to Bill. I'm fine with Bill. Bill called me up.
Let me just say, we're not at it. We're just done. You know, I'm not going to say shit about Bill, and if you want to say shit about me, I don't care. But we're done. We are done.
No. You guys have been. I mean, I'll say that about both of you. Both of you have kept your shit off the internet, but other people get involved and sending messages and all this shit. Hey, shit happens. Sometimes people have a falling out. Sometimes it's, fucking deal with it. It fucking happens. But the Facebook page is supposed to be for you guys to have fun. If somebody makes it unfun for you, take them out of the equation. It's really fucking simple. Don't go, oh, I'm going to leave the page. You don't have to do that shit. If you don't like the direction, you can change the direction. Post what you want, But, like one thing, I'll get back to Chuck. I said, Chuck, calm down a little bit. But then he gets combative. And I sent him a text. I'm like, motherfucker, what did I just tell you? But I don't like to ban people. But I will shame your fucking ass. I was raised Catholic. I will fucking shame you.
I love banning people.
Yeah. I don't want, I will. And I told Ralph, I go, I'm about to ban fucking Chuck because he pissed me off so much because I just talked to him. And I get it. You fuckers go drunk. You're like fucking white bitches, getting white girl drunk. And then you get on Facebook like, oh, and you said this in fucking 2001 and bring up a post from 14 years ago. Fucking bitches. Mm-hmm. Just get on there and post a goddamn Venom video. Do something fucking metal. You fucking bunch of white girl fucking, ugh. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sick of it. Act like fucking adults. We're all fucking old here. We're all old fucking men on Facebook. Fucking act like it. Bitch about your knee hurting because it's fucking raining outside.
I disagree with you there, Ian. Fuck that mature shit. You're old enough acting. Fuck that. Yeah. It's like people online going, I can't believe you're still using the word poser at your age. Oh, what happened? Did you grow up? Did you mature, Mr. Fuck You Pants? Thank you. But
whatever. If that offends you, block Ralph's post so you don't have to see poser.
Hey, I love Oasis. When he puts Oasis video, I like it. But then when he goes all, there's a difference. I love Oasis. I hate Britpop. I mean, I hate it with a passion. But, because everything else I heard, Blur, whatever. It's all garbage. But it doesn't bother me. Chuck Charles is spamming. It bothers you. It bothers other people. So therefore, I understand it. I understand if you're all getting pissed off, fine. I don't. I mean, I see fucking Bullet Boys and Bang Tango and crap I fucking hate on the page. It's no different than when he puts up Blur. It's all garbage to me.
Right. But what I'm saying, you don't like it, block him. That way you don't see his posts.
Yeah.
And that's the end of it. That's the fucking end of it. Fucking everybody, calm down, have fun. Post what you like. If you don't like it, I'll take it down, or Ralph will take it down, or fucking ban your ass. Or I'll ban your ass.
I gotta tell you, it makes life better when you block people that are just toxic.
Yeah.
I blocked Mark Alden Taylor. You know how much more pleasurable Facebook is now without that guy?
See, if I blocked him, I would be miserable because what makes my life feel better. It doesn't matter what's going wrong in my life. I gained a couple pounds. I look at what he puts online and I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm all right.
Mark Daly. I told everybody on the page because Mark Daly put up a video of Mark Alden Taylor going, Slayer's back together. I don't like that. Well, in the liar's defense, I didn't watch the video, but the video headline was like, Slayer's back together. What the hell? And we all know he doesn't like Slayer. So it's his video to get the attention. He thrives this attention. Yeah. That's why he makes videos like this. So I told Mark Daly, no more Mark posts. That's it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Do not plug Mark at all on our page. Enough of the attention whore. Squash the bug. If you want to talk about Mark, There's plenty of other groups to go to. Don't do it on Almost Human and Rock and Metal. Enough of that guy. I mean, it's time for us. Like, the whole Terrence thing is so, 2019 that nobody talks about Terrence anymore. Terrence is a distant, memory. Terrence is no big deal. Let's make Mark like Terrence on the group.
Yeah. If you don't bring up Mark, then he only has one listener left, and that's Mark.
Galley.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I took down I saw you posted that, so I took down the picture you had me put up of Mark's teeth. I'm like, if you want to give him no attention. So I put up the triumphant picture of you and I at the first Rockin' Pod where we took over. It was a legendary fucking event, We stole the fucking show, chased everybody out of the fucking venue. That's what the shit should be about. This show and everybody's love for shit. And again, can't stress it enough. If somebody's pissing you off on the page, block them. That's simple, because you'd be amazed. Like, this person texts me, oh, this person pisses me off, and that person pisses me off, and this. Block them. That's all I got to say. I don't give a fuck who the fake Bob Reed is. I could give two flying fucks.
I know who it is.
Okay? Post a goddamn Venom video and have fun. Or post whatever you want. If I don't like it, I'll take it down. If Ralph don't like it, he'll take it down. Tough shit, because it's our page, our show.
That's right.
But we love you guys. Come have fun. But if you're going to be fucking bitches about this shit, go. There's plenty other bitch shows out there if you want to be a bitch.
Take it outside.
Speaking of bitches, Lee, thank you for showing up.
Hey,
and
thank you. I was kind of excited with each time you said bitch.
Yeah. All right. Enough of you, Lee. Thank you, Brian, for showing up on the show.
By the way, Ian, I love Ian's impersonation of Lee Gerstman because it's a combination of Emo Phillips and the My Pillow guy. It's the greatest impersonation ever. I just want to hear Ian do Lee the whole time.
But that is how Lee Gerstman sounds, is exactly Emo Phillips plus the My Pillow guy.
Yeah.
That's
hello.
Great. Yeah. But
I'm going to be talking and thinking about me as being you imitating me, and it's going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Well, just like Tommy Thayer. This is perfect.
Yeah. But don't feel bad. You may sound like a mixture of Emo Phillips and the My Pillow guy, but you look like a dead Robert Redford. So,
well, thank you.
There you go.
All
there you go. All right. Fuck it. I got to share something with you. I saw a very nice fan left review of us, and this comes from Canada. So thankfully this guy posted it on our Facebook page, because I'm not privy to that shit here in the United States. The only thing I don't like is this guy put up a name. This shit can't be real because there's too many consonants. It's Thai-Han I-Conry Low Cross from Canada. Must be the fucking French part. I don't know. But he did a post that I had to put up an honest review of the best podcast on the internet. And he wrote a 5-star review, and I quote, "One to rule them all. This podcast has to be one of my favorite things of all time. Combine metal and partying with friends, and you have the RMCP. Hear all about albums you love, hate, or never even knew about. This podcast puts Sammy Hagar in his place as a lion little rat he is. The chemistry between Ralph and Ian," notice he put Ralph first, "is hilarious and infinitely entertaining. Can't get enough of this podcast. Keep up the amazing work and keep bashing Sammy Hagar." So
right. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is an awesome review. And if you live somewhere else other than the colonies, please post those reviews on the Facebook page so I can read them. Hasn't been a lot of Yanks lately who will put reviews on iPod.
Well, I will tell you, there is a guy that's on my Almost Human channel that's constantly, every time he leaves a comment of what I talked about, he'll talk about the subject, and he always ends it with "Godzilla rules."
Oh, okay. Right on.
He's a big fan of our podcast. Huge fan.
Right on.
I never heard of this dude before,
As opposed to the other guy on the Almost Human page, who after my last appearance on Ralph's live show, said I take back all the things I said about Wayne. I couldn't make it 10 minutes through Wadzilla.
Huh.
Yeah. Luckily, your wife could make it 90 seconds. Shouldn't have moved so fast.
The guy that left the review on the page, he's actually pretty cool on the Facebook. He posts some cool stuff, but his name's like an eye chart at the DMV.
Yeah. He's got to come up with a real name. That's just because he knows I'm challenged. Right. Reading. He's fucking with me.
Everybody's got a different sense of humor. After all, there's some people out there that find Whoopi Goldberg funny. You know?
Oh man, have you ever seen Burglar?
Oh.
But there's people that find that funny. I'm just saying. I'm sure a Whoopi Goldberg fan would not find you funny.
Yeah. Hey, I found one person who liked Lee Gerstman.
Oh, really?
No, I'm kidding. But anyway, so fuck it. Let's get into the news, shall we? Let's see what's going on. Marty Freeman just opened up for John 5 in Houston. And I believe that's how it should be. I think John 5 is 1,000 times the guitar player's Marty Freeman. I am not a fan. I find him very overrated and annoying. What say you guys about Marty Freeman?
He doesn't annoy me. I like him. I like Dragon's Kiss. I like some of Rust in Peace. But yeah, man, come on. Chris Poland, bro.
Yeah.
That guy, and Marty Freeman and every guitar player that has been in Megadeth all said the same thing. The toughest shit for them to learn was the Chris Poland shit. The first two Megadeth albums and get the fuck out of here. That's how I feel. Right, Lee?
Yeah. I only know the name Marty Friedman, and I never really heard his music.
Yeah. Lee thinks he was great in Young Frankenstein.
Walk this way.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, wasn't that Marty Friedman who played on? Wait.
Yeah.
Well, they were wrong then, weren't they?
I don't know who's wrong or not.
All right, enough of you, Lee.
No, Brian. I think John 5 is great. I mean, DLR Band might be the second, third best David Lee Roth album. I think that's mostly because of John 5. But that solo album that they've kind of slowly released, that hasn't been that great. And I think John 5's on that, right?
Yeah, but don't hold that against them. But
no.
If you listen, in my opinion, if you put John 5's instrumental albums, against Marty Freeman, get the fuck out of here.
His
and it's
live
a shame.
album? Yeah.
He constantly joins bands that either do not require a quality guitar player or he's replacing a shitty guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's one of those guys that just, unfortunately, he never started his own band, that has something to offer. I mean, what's a guitar player in Marilyn Manson going to do? And I love Manson, but that is not a guitar band.
You're a faggot.
Yeah, hey, look at the Kiss's guitar player right behind me. He sucks cock. He's pretty cool, right?
Hey, you know that guy is actually a better ace than Steve Brown.
We're going to talk about that later.
But no, John 5's live albums are terrific. Samuel Wetz sent me a bunch of them. And I love his cover of Beat It. I almost like listening to that more than the Michael Jackson version at this point. So,
oh, yeah. Nah, he's amazing. All right, next story. And we have somebody here who can comment, because he was there. Yeah. Ace Frehley, they said there was a line around the toilet to get autographs from Ace. I heard you waited out in the cold for 3 hours, but that's just because you couldn't pass security?
It was like if the toilet was as big as California. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. What? I'm going to take a few sips and then I'm going to spoo.
All right. And as you take those sips, I'll ask the question. How far do you live from that Sam Ash that he was at? How far were you from there?
All right. I took my sip. All right. It took me about maybe a half hour to get there.
In subways?
Yeah. And then I got there about 12:30. It was starting at 1. They said, get there early. it was quite a long line. Around 1 o'clock ish, the line started to move. And then after that, what happened was, so then instead of me on one half of the block, it started to turn. And then so the line was moving ever so slowly. And then about at 4 o'clock ish, that's when I finally got in. And there were people who were like, what the hell is happening? One guy went to the front to ask what was going on and said, I found the scoop. Ace took a break for coffee and then he took a break for lunch. And there were a couple of ladies who looked kind of like they never went to a rock event before, and this was the major thing that they've ever gone to. And they were like so excited with their albums. And then someone asked them, was it worth it? And they went, oh, it was so worth it. It's like to them, seeing a poster of someone would be worth it, you know, because it's something. So anyway, when I finally get in, and then it's warm inside. Then I have to go and get my, go in with my email to get my album and then go back in line. And then finally, so I get to go to Ace. Ace is just sitting there, they're handing him albums. He's not looking at anyone. He's just signing away. I say, hi, Ace. Nothing. I say it again, hi, Ace. Nothing again. I went, by the way, I saw you back in the Dynasty Tour, 1979. He went, and then so he signed my album. I went, cool, thank you, man. Nothing. I went, oh, by the way, I have something to give you. I had a couple of CDs. Show. Nothing. He's just signing away. His girlfriend went, okay. And then she took him, and she was cool. And there was another guy sitting by Ace who was like, okay. I asked Ace, can I have a selfie with you? Just still signing. Nothing. But his girlfriend and the other guy went, yeah. So then I made it so that it looked like I was taking a picture of Ace where I was sneaking up in front of him. And I happened to be in the picture to make it look like it was a selfie. But in no way was he looking up. In no way was he involved in the selfie.
Do you think he was nervous to meet you, Lee? And that's what it was. I mean, I'm trying to make a positive out of negative here. He might have been nervous. I mean, everybody's seen Bugs and Cheese, on YouTube. Not a lot of people have seen the video for Dolls. And, he might have been, I heard that, the event was moved. It was originally going to be at Woolworths. But due to lack of ticket sales, it was moved to Sam Ash. So, he probably had a lot going on. I wouldn't take it personally. I think he was just nervous to meet you.
Well, if I knew that, I would have probably tried to bug him more by tickling him and going gitchy goo. But yeah. I didn't know that. But then the guy gave me a poster of it, and I'll show you though. Here's the poster. The other side of it. Here's the album. And in case you want to see, I'll show you the vinyl to make it kind of fun for you to see. It's this colored vinyl. So there.
Oh, that's pretty neat. I like how they put the spots where he played guitar on the record.
Oh,
that's neat.
And so if someone were to ask me, is it worth it to go? I would say if they're a collector who wants to stand outside for 4 hours to get an album that they might be able to get a couple of hundred more for on eBay, fine. If someone wants to go just to meet Ace and talk to him without any response, fine. But if you want to have a regular conversation or at least a hi, I would say it's better to just go over to whoever the cashier is and say hi to them. They'll be more sincere and friendly.
Hey, Lee, that album you got signed, can you send it to me? Because if you can't, I'm going to kick you off the show right now.
I'm sorry. Well, I thought about actually sending it to you in order for you to do a few reviews of mine, but I thought I'd rather give you something of worth, like money.
Ouch.
Right on. Hey, but if you want to send me that vinyl, that'd be cool. Right?
Well, we'll see. I might do that.
All right.
So the girlfriend was cool, but Ace wasn't.
Yeah. I should have had a selfie with her.
Yeah.
He was actually nice. And there was another guy, I don't know who he was, but he was nice.
That was that guy we know, Ian. We know that dude.
John Astronomy?
Yeah, he was there.
He looked like him.
Yeah. John Astronomy is actually a really cool dude and very nice to us. And that's how you judge him, because when everybody else hated us at Rockin' Pod, John Astronomy was still pretty cool.
Yeah,
so he's
cool.
all right in my book.
But this other guy actually looked like you, Ian. He had maybe a little more curlyish hair, but he kind of looked like you. I saw John Astronomy in a video.
You sure it wasn't Brad Pitt?
It kind of was, but I mean, it didn't look like John Astronomy. The hair was different. It was a different build. He looked kind of like
Warren Haynes,
like John Schneider, maybe older with a beard and mustache.
You sure it wasn't Tom Wopat?
No.
All right. Well, thanks for showing up, Lee. All right. Next story. Slayer is back together. Wow. Did not see this shit coming. Especially with, all this shit, coming out about Kerry King's new solo album. And then the barrage of fucking trash talk that Kerry was doing about, Slayer, and Dave Lombardo's Dead to Me. And, I haven't talked to Tom Araya since the last show, and he hasn't played bass since Seasons of the Abyss and all this shit. And now all of a sudden, Slayer's playing 2 shows. At the point we're recording, that could be it. I mean, there's no like, hey, we're going to do a new record or we're back permanently. There's 2 shows, Fuck Your Cousin Fest in Kentucky and then Riot Fest in Chicago. So I don't know what's going on beyond that, but it seems like weird timing. And now all of a sudden, when there was a story about Kerry King's solo album every day, now it's all about Slayer. And, Tom's... It's fun. Everybody's wives commenting on this shit except for Paul Bostoff. Maybe he's not married. But everybody else's wives commenting on Twitter, or X, Lee. It just seems weird and out of nowhere. What do you guys think? Are you mad because Slayer's back together? Are you happy? Do you think anything will come of it other than these 2 shows? What say you, Ralph?
I think there will be more to come, and I'm not supporting it whatsoever, but not against it. People want to see Slayer. Look, I've seen Slayer so many times, and every time I saw him, the best times were always with Lombardo and Hanneman. The original 4 can't be matched live. They're great with Bostoff, and I've seen them with Bostoff and Gary Holt. I have seen that, but it's like Kerry King being an Exodus. It has to be Gary Holt. I don't think Gary Holt's the right fit for Slayer, but he's got the credential. He was an Exodus. Bonded by Blood is better than just about every fucking thrash album at the time. So he does have a lot of cred, but it's not over. You think they're gonna just do 2 shows? You're crazy. It might not be a tour, but it'll be festivals. And what burns me about it, but whatever, is that people that traveled around the world to go to the LA Forum thinking they were going to see the last Slayer show. I expect it from Motley Crue, Kiss, but not Slayer, man. It's a drag, but I'm not against it. I'm just not supporting it. I'm not going to it. And I hope if it does come my way, there's no bands that I'm interested to see, because if there is, then I know I'm going to stick around for Slayer, and I don't want to. I want Slayer to come down here with Hatebreed and what was that stupid band that opened for Pantera?
Lamb of God.
Lamb of God, yeah. Lamb of God, Hatebreed, and
Slipknot.
Slayer. And Slipknot, yeah. Throw those all together so I don't have to go, But No, it's not over. Slayer would not return for just 2 shows.
What do you think, Brian? Are you a Slayer fan to begin
Oh, I
with?
love Slayer. Oh yeah, I've seen him multiple times. Well, I'm curious, who would you pick instead of Gary Holt then, Ralph, for guitar player?
There's only one person I would pick, and that is Jeff Hanneman Zombie. You
Could
don't
happen.
put Jeff Hanneman Zombie, nobody.
Yeah.
Ian
Well,
Wadley.
Hey,
what do you? I mean, seriously, the Kerry King first song I heard, I liked, and I think it's great they got.
Too. Too.
Yeah, I mean, it's great they got Mark from Death Angel in. I'm looking forward to the whole album, and he had to know that these dates were scheduled. So why would you talk shit unless he's just drumming up press, knowing that? Man. Yeah.
For him to say he hasn't talked to Tom Araya since the last show, you can't book a tour shows like that.
No.
I hate to play devil's advocate here, but I believe it. I can totally see this being nothing but a lawyer put, like Irvin Azoff, type of Svengoolie, put this shit together to make money. And I don't necessarily think it's because they're broke. I believe Araya's wife, she probably wants him out of the fucking house, and it probably is a chance to make, a lot of money. I mean, yeah, there's one person we'd all rather see than Gary Holt, and that's Ace Frehley, but he turned it down. He doesn't need Slayer.
No.
He's got 10,000 volts. Slayer would be embarrassed to have fucking, Ace Frehley. that both Tom Araya's wife and Gary Holt's wife wants this Slayer reunion to happen so they can leave and Lee can have sex with both of them like he has been doing for the past 14 years.
Huh. Well, I have to tell you, as far as being a Slayer fan, I think their last album is their best.
Wow.
That's me. I actually.
So you hate Slayer?
Yeah, really?
No. When the Metal Five came out with their albums, I heard all of them, and I thought Slayer's was the best. I would say I don't care about whether I see them live or not, but as far as I'm concerned, who I would want to see are members of Slayer and Phil Anselmo do an offshoot kind of album. Have Slayer's sound, Phil Anselmo's vocals, make it something really, really intensely cool. I think that would be something I would be into.
I would like that.
Yeah. I hate to agree with Lee, but I think that's who everybody was hoping would be, the singer and expecting for the singer for Kerry King's side project. And I think probably, the mixture of the Pantera reunion and, Down having future plans, it's probably why it didn't happen. And that's not a slant at all against Mark from Death Angel, because he's fucking amazing. I will have to say, I think you guys enjoy the new Kerry King song a lot more than me. I don't hate it, but to me it does sound like a Repentless leftover. I was hoping for a little bit more.
Well, that's what it was. It was for
but like I said, I was hoping for a little bit, but it's hard though. I mean, I love Kerry, don't get it twisted, let's shit the bed. But Henneman was my favorite, and Henneman's songs were always my favorite fucking Slayer songs over Kerry's. So, but I'm still gonna get Kerry's solo album, and if Slayer does come by me, I'm going. I'm not pissed about this because I want to see Slayer again. I saw him on the last tour, with Bostoff and with Holt, and it was fucking phenomenal. It was great. It was a great fucking show. It was a great set list. So I'm all for them. I laugh more like when Kiss gets back together or Motley Crue gets back together, because who gives a shit? But yeah, I would love another chance to see Slayer and to hear those songs again. So I'm not mad at all. I mean, I could see like if you traveled to go see the last show and you're a little like, but then again, if you're a fan, be happy. Be happy if you have another chance to go.
So,
now
is Lee's second favorite album for Slayer Diabolus and Musica?
Hey, that's a great album.
I know. It's
Yeah,
great
yeah.
podcast title too.
No, Lee likes the punk covers album the most.
Yeah.
My second favorite.
Shut the fuck up, Lee. Yeah, no, I'm happy, man. If Slayer's back, it's great. Now, if it's long term and they're going to record another album, I do hope it's stronger than Repentless. I didn't hate it, but but then again, I wasn't the world's biggest fan of World Painted Blood.
That's the best album they did since.
I know you like. I'd take Christ Illusion way over.
I like Christ
World Painted
Illusion,
Blood.
but no,
I like
World
that one too,
Painted
yeah.
Blood.
Brian, to answer your question, my second favorite is Show No Mercy.
Oh, there you go.
Hell yeah, right?
There you go.
That's
Nice.
the best Slayer, Metal Blade years.
Yeah.
All right, next story. Ralph, what do you?
By the way,
Okay.
Ian, there was one thing I always wanted to. Maybe you guys know it too. There was always a rumored Tony Iommi collaboration album potentially with Phil Anselmo. I always wanted that. I thought that would have been cool.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I love this song on that, but I
Time
like
Is
that
Mine.
Iommi album. I don't think Ralph likes it very much. I love that album.
I like some of it, but Billy Corgan, get the fuck out of here.
But the Billy
I
Idol,
like-
the Billy
I
Idol
like that
song's
song.
great. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not the biggest Billy Corgan fan, but I even like that song. I mean, I'm hard pressed to find a song I didn't like on that Iommi. I'll take that shit over fucking Forbidden or fucking Tear or Cross Purposes or fucking a lot of other shit. And
that's what makes you gay.
Yeah. Well, that and sucking cock.
Yeah.
I think that Iommi solo album was the last time that I found his guitar work inventive and different. I was very disappointed in Devil You Know. I mean, Bible Black was great, but other than that, man, what a lackluster album. And some of the other shit I heard, it's just like paint by number. I mean, 13. At least Iommi out, he branched out, showed different shades. Where I think like the other albums, it's all one side. Tony Iommi to me is best when you see all the different things that make Tony Iommi Tony Iommi.
Yeah, like the stuff he did with Glenn Hughes. Those two albums are good.
Yeah. But I think as much as I love those Glenn Hughes albums, I think on the Iommi album, I think he showed different stuff more. It was more. I hate when it's just one note, like it's Tony. It's kind of like okay for movie guys. It's like Dennis Hopper got to a point where every movie he's Dennis Hopper doing Dennis Hopper. Like you see Al Pacino doing Al Pacino. I like it when they branch out and you see different fucking aspects.
Sure.
Michael Corleone is not the same as Serpico.
No.
Different fucking things.
Yep.
All right, I'm losing you, Lee. Fucking keep drinking.
You're sounding fart.
What? You sound like a fart, motherfucker.
No, well, all right, thank you. I'd rather be fart than a smart.
Lee. Fuck you, Lee. Ralph, what do you think about Mercyful Fate going all Smashing Pumpkins and getting a chick bass player? You think they're doing that to like keep up with the 90s?
I don't know. She's awesome though, but it's not Mercyful Fate, man.
Yeah.
But she's awesome. She is an awesome bass player.
They got to get who's not in it? Mike Denner or is Hank Sherman?
Yeah,
Which one's not in it?
Mike Denner's not there. I'm interviewing Becky in a couple weeks.
Oh, cool.
Oh, no wonder you like her. That's awesome.
No, actually, Frat Salad Reviews. They invited me on to interview her. I didn't get it.
Oh, nice.
She was in Whitesnake, right? For time being.
No. That's another hot chick. That's in Whitesnake now.
Becky was in Lee's shorts once. Giving him a blowjob.
That was why I woke up one day without knowing what happened to anything.
Yeah. She was the bug on cheese.
Yeah. She blew
true
you.
Story.
Well,
no, I mean, I'm like with King Diamond. It's like,
okay, yeah.
Fucking put out these albums already. The Mercyful Fate and the fucking this all.
Yeah, it's got. I just got Let me show you. I just got this in the mail. Hold on. Go, keep talking. Let me find it.
Okay. But I'm saying put him out because, how long, can he sing like that? Get out, put out these albums, get out there and fucking tour before it's too late, man. I mean, the last time I saw King Diamond, he was fucking amazing, but that was like the Abigail tour, like fucking 6-7 years ago, and he hasn't toured since. It's come on, how long can you sing like a fucking canary? Get the fuck out there. Are you all right, Lee?
I've been loving you.
Okay, that's all I need to hear. All right, what's Ralph
doing
got
a
here?
King Diamond imitation.
All right, shut up. What do
Ah.
you got there? I can't see. Oh, is that the single?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
It brings
Nice.
Welcome Home and Arrival live.
Nice. How's the studio version of the track? Is it good?
Oh, it's awesome. You can hear it online. This song's been out since 2019.
Yeah. He played that when I was, or maybe I don't know.
No, he did play
Patrick
this
Law.
song when I last saw him before the pandemic. And
Yeah, I thought it was longer ago than that, but maybe I'm wrong.
they just released this, and I'm a completist. I'm like, fuck it, give me that. But
Awesome.
yeah, this song is like 5 years old, and they released it to online. They played it live. 5 years later, still nothing. And now he wants to do a Mercyful Fate album at the same time as a King Diamond album. To me, it's like a big mess.
And I'll tell you what, man, if the new Mercyful Fate ain't as good as fucking 9, which I know, was it Hank ain't on that one? That was an awesome fucking
No,
album.
Hank is the only one on that one, King Diamond.
Or Michael Denner ain't on it, whatever.
Yeah.
But that was a good one.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's not Mercyful Fate though, man. It ain't Mercyful Fate without Ruz, Timmy Crabber, and you just can't have it. You just.
But I would take 9 over like Dead Again. Wouldn't you agree?
I'll take 9 over everything they did in the later half, except for In the Shadows. I put it right there neck to neck as the best album they did with In the Shadows. But it can't touch anything from the 80s because very important, because they released it. Last one was released in 1984.
Yeah.
After 84, everything wasn't as good. To me, Don't Break the Oath, that album that released in 1984 has never been topped to this day. No album is as good as Don't Break the Oath, Melissa, and Diary of a Madman in the 80s, period. It's my opinion. Science shows it.
No, I think I had hope for, when the Eagles finally put out an album, but no, it sucked. But speaking of bitches, Lee, no, I'm not talking about you.
No,
Mick Mars.
I just wanted to say something, but I was just going to say sometimes, like with these people who do the solo albums, like the lead singer and then the group does an album, if the producer picked, like, fuck it, I'll just pick the best songs from the solo album and the best songs from the group album and put them together and fuck the band, we might have better albums sometimes. That's all.
All right, well, fuck you.
That's some killer vodka logic.
Speaking of bitches, Mick Mars.
It's better when I drink more.
I like watching you drink, Lee.
Yeah, I do too.
Mick Mars just came out and said he's open to writing with Motley Crue.
Oh.
What a bitch. After all this shit, like, yeah, I'm going to write with it. You just want to check, you fucking scoliosis fucking crypt keeper motherfucker. Ugh.
I'm Team Mick. Team Mick. You're a jackass. To say you're Team Mick is like saying I'm Team Nikki Sixx, because Mick Mars was part of that bullshit farewell tour, that contract. He even went and said, if we ever do get back together, I will buy everybody a free ticket. And still people are going, I'm Team Mick. You're a retard. Ian, I just put it up yesterday. I reviewed the new Mick Mars album, which, by the way, has sold more than 8 million. and Kanye West. Anyway,
Well, I'm just saying, you can be Team Mick, Team Tommy, Team Nikki, Team Vince. I'm Team the car that killed the drummer from fucking what was that horrible
Hanoi
band?
Rocks.
Hanoi Rocks. Yeah. That's whose side I'm on.
Razzle.
The car that killed Hanoi Rocks. That's where I put my vote, because Hanoi Rocks sucks. Axl Rose.
you know,
All right.
and I got to tell you, man, that new album, worse than Aces, man, easily. And listen,
What?
oh, easily worse than Aces. The thing is that Mick Mars' new album, there's no way Mick Mars likes that music. There's just no way, because it's that modern crap, that shit. If I don't like it because of my old ass age, imagine Mick, who's like maybe 20 years older than me. I mean, give me a break, man. There's no way he likes this music because it's that modern garbage. I can see people into like Volbeat or Avenged Sevenfold like Mick Mars' solo album. But who the fuck is...
That's kind of homophobic, Ralph.
But who the fuck... Yeah, well, I am a homophobe. Who the fuck would, a young kid into Avenged Sevenfold or Volbeat? You think that young kid will be like, hey, man, I heard that old dude in Motley Crue made an album. Let me check it out. Nobody even knows who Motley Crue is or the Mick Mars. Nobody's going to care. And I have a feeling, man, somebody threw a lot of money at Mick saying, make this type of music. And he did. And right when it's coming out, people are hearing it. People are saying, what the fuck's this garbage? That he says, all right, I'll write with Motley Crue again. You know, because this fucking shit I'm just released sucks.
Well, I might take a chance just to hear it, just to see how bad it is. And if he does a signing, I might go, because if he doesn't respond, it's only because his lips don't move. So at least it won't be because he doesn't want to talk. He'll be... Ace wasn't even like that. Ace was just plastic doll time.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right, because, you know, I saw a poster made about, like, Mick, you know, fucking outselling all these people, and I Googled him. And, you know, if you Google Mick Mars, you know, there's memes of Jesus talking shit about Mick Mars, what a shitty guitar player he was back then. You know, nobody cares about this old fart playing fucking, you know, Volbeat shit. Fuck Mick Mars. Fuck Motley Crue.
They're better off letting John 5 write new songs. Seriously. I mean, they should. I don't see why they wouldn't if Nicky would let them.
It doesn't matter, though, because Vince is still singing it.
That's a good point.
You know?
Is Mick Mars, has he written anything for Motley Crue recently? Like those Dirt songs or Saints of Los Angeles?
He didn't even play on those, let alone write them.
Yeah.
You know? All right. Next, sad story here. Rick Emmett from Triumph just completed radiation treatment for prostate cancer. Sucks, man. Fucking Triumph, though, man. That's a band. I watched a documentary, a great documentary on the band. But fuck, get over yourself and do a last tour for the fucking fans, you know. I've said it a million times. Their whole thing about, well, we can't do our laser light show. You're fucking Triumph.
What are you talking about? They don't say that. They can't do a final tour because Gil Moore can't play anymore. That's why.
No, but before that,
like, oh, if I can't play my league, what the fuck are you talking about?
No. Check out the post. Before that, they're like, we've had offers, but, you know, if we can't do our laser show, we're not going out. Like, Triumph was never fucking
I think
all that.
I think that's bullshit.
I'm just saying, it sucks though. I mean,
I
now
keep
the
up with
motherfuckers...
Triumph, man. I listen to Gilmore interviews, and he said it. He can't do it no more. The last tour they did as Triumph, it took him about 6 months to get into shape to play the drums. Then now he's like, there's no amount of time. I'm too old. My body's fucked up. I can't play the drums no more.
They could have done it years ago. You know,
would be better then. Peter Criss could do it.
Peter Chris couldn't beat his fucking meat, let alone the fucking drums. Jesus Christ! And who else is sick?
He beat my meat if I gave him a steak.
Foreigner's
Never
Mick
mind.
Jones has Parkinson's disease.
Oh.
You know, and you know that's a hell of a thing to fucking joke about. Just so you don't have to go on stage with a fucking cover band. You know, they go out there, oh, I have Parkinson's disease. What an insult to people with Parkinson's disease that you would say that just so you don't have to get out on stage with Hurricane and play Foreigner songs.
So if you were in the death pool, are you taking Lou or Mick?
Lee Gerstman's going to die before any of them.
No, I'm going to keep living because I drink alcohol like Keith Richards did.
I'm taking the My Pillow guy.
You know, I met.
Who is the pillow guy? I need to know. I have to look him up.
Just look up Mike Lindell. Yeah.
That's the thing you fuck every night when you're laying on your stomach jerking off. You fucking
that's
weirdo.
his name. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike Lindell. So every time you're fucking nutting, it's to a guy named Mike.
No, this is my mic.
You know,
an interracial relationship. I like that. You got a big black bear.
I got
what's it?
a nice dolly too. I got everything.
Yeah, you're the reason Barbie didn't get nominated for fucking Best Actress.
why the fuck?
I didn't want it to happen.
Why the fuck is that doll not with a tucked in shirt?
That's true.
I couldn't find it. I got her for free.
Hey, speaking of Mick Jones, I met him in 1994 at a grocery store. True story. I had him sign my Pink Floyd ticket. My Pink Floyd, I just saw Pink Floyd, Division Bell. Was that 94, Division Bell? I think so.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I met him in line and I was like, oh my God, aren't you Mick Jones from Foreigner? And he signed my Pink Floyd ticket. That's my Mick Jones thing. And back then, Ian, this was in 94, he did not have Parkinson's.
There you go.
Yeah, but you know, I was trying to do some fact checking because, like I said, I kind of like thought that maybe he was faking the Parkinson's thing, you know, to get out of touring with Foreigner. But I ended up calling Jesus, and Jesus said, "No, that shit's real." He goes, "That fucker produced 5150. Fuck him." So it's proof, you know. It's a punishment. It's a punishment.
Ralph, if you could go back in time, would you have asked about 5150?
I didn't. This was after 5150.
Right.
And I didn't know. 5150 was 86, right? And this was 94 when I met him. But the thing is, I never bought 5150. I didn't know any details. I didn't know he was the producer of that album. I was very oblivious to Van Hagar, unlike Ian that was buying those records.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just proof. Like Jesus will get you in the end. Like, you know, Eddie Van Halen made 4 albums with Sammy Hagar, dead. Ronnie Montrose, dead. You know, Bruce Fairburn, dead. Mick Jones, you know, shaky Mick Shakerson. Andy
Johns and Leffler, their manager, dead.
Yeah. I feel bad for Ted Templeman. Yeah, you were just a co-producer on Fuck. But, you know, your day's coming. You're going to fucking die.
Gary Sharon's dead.
Yeah, his career's dead.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, fuck you. You know, you work with Hagar, you get what you get, bitches. Let's see. What else is going on? All right. We're going to wait for Ralph to get back so I can piss. But in the meantime, Lee, what's going on with your hair?
Oh,
you're not still dyeing it jet black. I'm happy about that.
It's natural dyed thing.
Yeah.
So it's
I always wanted to have black hair, and so it's my attempt at looking younger. Even if it's creepily so.
Yeah.
So he uses just for tucked in, man.
Huh?
Just for tucked
But
in, man.
I mean, you don't need to dye your
Jethro,
hair. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. And in
you're
fact, Jethro Tull should change the name to Jethro Tucked In. That would be good.
There you go.
I mean, your liver's so pickled, you look 60. You know.
Well, at least I look like a 60-year-old
Alcoholic.
a black-haired guy.
Hey, man, I'm almost 60, actually.
Yeah, but you look good. Black don't crack. You know.
But yeah, I did it, and I'm glad I did it. And I'll tell you really quickly. I wanted to do it when I was younger, and I was with my dad, and we were both drunk. And my dad said he wanted to turn blonde, so he got the hair dye, and we went, let's hide it from mom. And so we had stuff underneath the basket, but mom looked under there and went, "You're not dyeing your hair," and she put that back, so we weren't able to do it. But I wanted to be dark hair. He wanted to be blonde hair again.
Well, you may be glad you did it, but you know who's ashamed they did it? Your father. He's like, I should have jerked off in a fucking sock. You know?
Well,
fucking just staying on the family. All right, you guys fight amongst yourselves. I'm going to piss, and then let's talk about this amazing album.
Just give me a news story so we can talk about it while you're gone.
I think we're kind of out of news stories.
I have a question.
You want to talk about?
I got a question for Lee.
All right, go ahead.
So Lee, do you miss San Francisco at all? I mean, because you've been gone from the Bay Area for a while.
not one bit. The only thing I miss is there was a restaurant called Spices 3, which was Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a guy named like Nick Johnson who did like he does these where he drives down these different areas in different states and different towns, and he did one and it said like Oakland is even worse, and it showed nothing but garbage and bums and everything. And I think that nothing but bums are down by where Spices 3 where Spices 3 was.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
Oakland
closed the first In-N-Out burger in history. In-N-Out burger had never closed, but the crime was so bad in Oakland they had to close it.
Oh, which burger?
In-N-Out burger. There's an In-N-Out burger. In-N-Out burger has never closed down ever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they had to close in Oakland because of the bad crime going on. So
wow.
Yeah.
But I mean, but that's the only thing that I miss.
Are the hookers cheaper in New York than San Francisco, Lee?
The place where the wait a minute.
I like how he drinks. Glunk, glunk, glunk.
All right, yeah. Glug glug. Y'all live in a glug glug machine. Anyway, I'm gonna say I was in the canal area in San Rafael long ago, and this one lady was asking, "Do you date?" And then I went, "What?" And then I think it was like she thought I was gonna pay for it. And when it came down to $5, she was saying, "You're cheap." But
you offered a hooker $5?
I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna pay anything. So the hookers are too expensive anywhere.
Oh, everywhere they're expensive. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that story, Lee. I always do a much better show when less people are listening. I'm not nervous.
Well, I thank you for letting me make you nervous.
Yes. All right. Well, fuck it. End of stories. Let's get into this. Is a crazy fucking album we're talking about. Much anticipated. A lot of people are talking about it. Some people love it. A lot of people hate it. And I think it's kind of unfair. I think a lot of people are judging this album because of Ace Frehley's blatant homosexuality, which, I mean, the guy, sucked off Peter Criss, who, everybody knows, is rumored to have the largest organ out of the original Kiss group, and he took Peter Criss like all the way down his fucking throat, and went yum. And then his previous girlfriend was a man called Rachel Gordon. That a lot of people are like, oh, he's fucking a dude, a transvestite, and people judge Ace's music by that and not by the merit of what he's writing. So I think this album had a lot stacked against it. He came out saying this shit's gonna embarrass Paul and Gene, for putting him down for being a homosexual and sucking Peter Criss's cock all the way down to the balls and fucking a man called Rachel Gordon. So, I mean, you got all this fucking stigma going against it, but does it stand up to all this? Can you say, I can overlook Peter Criss Ace Frehley being a homosexual and sucking off Peter Criss and fucking a man named Rachel Gordon. Can we get past all of the blatant homosexuality and just get to the music and not focus on Ace Frehley sucking a man's cock? Can we change the subject, people, and get to the album?
Could have if he had talked to me.
I told you he was nervous. You are a star. You've been on the greatest podcast of all time. You have a YouTube hit called Bugs on Cheese.
Okay, I forgive him.
Or it could have been the fact that you did a show with Mark and he's like, oh, this fucking guy.
Oh, now that makes sense.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go to Ralph first on this because Ralph couldn't talk about this for a long fucking time. I don't know if you had the full album or just certain cuts that you heard.
I heard.
But you were privy. You were privy to this, and you told me some, but you're like, hey, let's save it for the show, and keep it, but you definitely had, an early opinion on what you heard. So talk to us about that and if it's changed since you've heard the album in its entirety.
No, it hasn't changed. And I actually went back to hear what two songs they were. And one was Cherry Medicine, which is fucking horrendous. And I forgot what the other one was, but it was one of the lame songs on the album as well. Hearing all the hype, because actually, I admit it. I'm an Ace twat to a degree. Ace is my favorite member. Totally demolished every solo album in the 80s and demolished every Kiss album with his 78 solo album. I feel that is the greatest album with the Kiss logo on it. There's no Kiss album come close. Well, Kiss Alive. I'm a big fan of his. I champion him. I love Frehley's Comment. His first solo album was, I feel, the closest to the 78 album. Second Sighting, a fucking disaster. That's not an Ace Frehley album. That's a Todd Howarth album.
Shit kicks ass.
Trouble Walking, kick ass. Couple stupid songs like Back to School, but still a kick ass album. Anomaly's terrible. I waited 20 years for this crap. Oh, Anomaly was terrible. And I'm the Ace fan. I waited 20 years to hear Anomaly, and I was thoroughly disappointed. Space Invader blew my mind. I think it's the best thing he's done since. I like it more than Trouble Walking. I put it up there with the first Frehley's Comment. And Spaceman, I'll put Trouble Walking above it. But I love Spaceman. Bronx Boy, Mission of Mars. I mean, there's so many killer, kick-ass songs that Ace Frehley's released on the last two songs that when I hear this album and I hear people say, oh, it's the best since the first 78 album or the best since Frehley's Comment or Trouble Walking, it's like, it's not. Come back to me in a couple of years and tell me that. Come back to me in a couple of years and listen to Trouble Walking and then listen to this clusterfuck of an album and tell me if it's even close to Trouble Walking. It's a horrible piece of shit album, but there's one song on it I like, and there's two other songs that I pretty much love. 3 songs. The rest is fucking garbage. So I would only put a Second Sighting under it. Everything else I'd put above.
Wow. Lee, were you excited for this album?
I listened to it, and when I first listened to it, I had a very certain opinion. When I have to tell you, I saw a review that someone did about it, and the guy is not someone who I ordinarily listen to, but he had mentioned something about he's saying I'm not saying it's a bad album, but it's not like an Ace Frehley album. And he mentioned Steve Brown's group like Tokyo Motor Fist, and I heard a little bit of that, and I thought, oh my word, he's right. And so I was listening to this album again, kind of under that impression, and my opinions have kind of changed since then. So I'm not going to say it's a bad album, but what I'm going to say is at first I had very enthusiastic ideas about it, and now those enthusiastic ideas have been kind of not so much.
Okay. Well, that's interesting because I gave your mother $10 for a Tokyo Motor Fist, and she gave me $9 back because she didn't cut her nails. Brian Davis.
I just believe you.
All right, shut up, Lee. Brian, were you excited about this? Did you have trepidation going into it? Were you excited about it? What's going on?
No, not at all. I mean, I'm more excited about Judas Priest coming out and Bruce Dickinson. Definitely more excited than Ace Frehley. But no, full disclosure, Ian called me 30 minutes before we recorded, and I hadn't heard any of it except for the stuff that's come out, and I barely listened to that. So it's if you want a true initial pass and my initial thoughts on it, that's what we're gonna get. But no, I wasn't looking forward. I really do enjoy Anomaly. I actually somewhat like it more than the first Ace Frehley album, or not the '78 one, but the Frehley's Comet one. But yeah, no, I really enjoy that. After that, then it just everything kind of got convoluted with the other two, and then the two covers albums. But no, I mean, no, I wasn't excited at all about it. So,
all right. Well, I'm always rooting for Ace. I want Ace to do good.
Fuck?
No. This is true. I am rooting for Ace. I want it to be good, and I'm constantly disappointed. I still stand by. I think Ace's solo album is the second best of the solo albums, only by one song. Because there is 2 on 78 I don't like, and there's only 1 on Paul's I don't like. But I admit, Ace's 78 stellar. Frehley's Comet, I bought it right when it came out. I liked it at the time. But in the same way I like G.I. Joe and He-Man. I was like 13. Has it aged well? I don't think so. I like Second Sighting probably more than anybody on here. I love Todd Hall.
I like Second Sighting too.
Shut up, Lee. It's my turn.
Sorry, but I agree.
Fuck off. I love the song on fucking Live Plus One that was recorded at the Aragon Brawl Room in Chicago. What was the studio track on that one?
Words Are Not Enough. Great song.
Yeah, love that song. I like Trouble Walking. I thought that was great. But everything after that, I'm like, ugh. Anomaly sucks. Space Invaders suck. The fucking covers, the 2 cover albums he put out. I'll give him credit. It's easy to take a cover and do something adventurous with it and change it. It's hard to do it exactly the same and it not suck. He took the hard road and it sucked. Ace was cool when I met him. I'm sorry about Lee's experience with him. To me, he's second only to Gene as far as Kiss members that I met. He was drunk as shit, but he was having fun. He was in a great mood. It's proof when people sober up, they become self-righteous pieces of shit. And he was, Lee. Let's face it, he was scared to meet you. Can't blame the guy.
Well, I
shut up, Lee. This isn't about you.
Drunk.
All right,
Sorry.
Shut the fuck up. Go dye your fucking hair, you fucking fruitcake.
I'll try.
Anyway, yeah. Fucking what is that shit for men? Get the shit for women. Put it in your hair, you fucking
Okay.
fruit.
All right.
Anyway.
Get some nair.
Anyway, so it's one of those. I've been shitting on Ace for years, but I want him to prove me wrong. You know, I still love Old Kiss as much as I shit on him, and Ace was a huge part of that. So I want him to come out and prove me wrong. You know, but I'm going to hold him accountable, and I am going to. I don't think there's ever been an episode I've written more detailed notes for than this album. I listened to it, I think 4 to 5 times today in its entirety, you know, because I wanted to make sure I got this shit right. You know, I'm pulling for you, Ace. I mean, goddamn, you're my backdrop right there. Ace Frehley, the fucking spaceman, you know. I'm a little scared because he was using Steve Brown from Trickster. You know, hate to let this, you know, I feel weird saying this in public. I'm not a big Trickster fan. Saw Trickster open up for Kiss on the Revenge tour, and wasn't impressed. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how this collaboration is going to work, you know. But we'll see when we get into it, song for song. But fuck it, since we have 2 guests and one of them is special, Brian, we'll let you go first. The title track, 10,000 volts. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I only had 30 minutes to listen to this, so, you know, take it for what it is. This wasn't too bad. It was mid-paced. His vocals don't sound like they're super warbly or overdone at this point. I think that's going to be a common theme. I thought the guitar solo was a bit uninspired, but it still sounds like Ace. So, yeah, to start the album, it wasn't too bad.
All right. Lee, what do you think of 10,000 volts?
All right. I thought pretty good song. Maybe the bridge is a little poppy for my taste, but most of the rest of the song is pretty good.
All right. All right. Thanks for keeping it short. Ralph, what do you think of 10,000 volts?
No. What do you think of 10,000 volts? I'll go.
All right. Fuck it. I'll go because I'm not fucking scared.
Go for it.
I'm scared of this shit. 10,000 volts. Wow. More like 10,000 riffs. Much like C.C. DeVille matured when he left Poison and did Samantha 7, Ace and his new buddy Steve Brown are on fire here. In that pre-chorus, holy, time waits for no one. I've made up my mind. I haven't heard such pop perfection since Savage Garden's I Want You. This is amazing. And the fucking solo on this song. No wonder Eddie and Dime killed themselves, because they knew they were fucking frauds. This is how you do a guitar solo. Holy fuck. You know, it's the fucking spaceman. And he even mentioned space in the song. I mean, how cool is that? You know, he's a spaceman and he mentions space. Who does that? You know, it's like fucking... It's awesome. It's very, very fucking cool. I love this track. What do you think, Ralph?
I agree. I don't love it. I like it though. I do like the song. When he released it, I was like, all right, that's a relief after those 2 clunkers I heard before. Is it great? I wouldn't go as far as saying great, but I think it's very good. It's a very good song. And I don't say that a lot during this review. And that's how I feel about it. Lee?
Lee already went.
Oh, all right. So, I go next. What's the next song?
Yeah. What do you think of the next song? Hold on. I just accidentally closed the page.
Walking on the Moon.
Yeah, Walking on the Moon.
Fucking terrible. Piece of crap. And was this the other track I got earlier? I don't know. It may have been. I mean, what a shitty song. And then, you know, all right, okay, it's easy to goof on the video. Look, it's aliens playing like air, you know, those balloon guitars. But honestly, I don't think the video is worse than the song. As stupid as that video is, I think the song's even worse. I hate this song. This song completely sucks. It made me run and listen to the Police.
Oh my
Giant
God.
faiths are what you take. Walking on the moon. I hope my legs don't break. See, that's a good damn song.
Whatever. Brian, what do you think of Walking on the Moon?
Yeah, this one was a bit boring, but I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was that bad at all. I definitely like the guitar solo on this one a lot better than 10,000 volts. But yeah, this wasn't that bad.
Lee?
I like this one perhaps better than 10,000 volts. It kind of reminds me melodically of Speeding Back to My Baby. I think it's a good song. Again, maybe the chorus is a little bit poppy, but I like it better than the bridge of 10,000 volts.
All right. Well, I don't know what drugs you guys are on.
Hey.
I don't know what's better here, the song or the video. Because if you look at the video, man, it's all kind of like computer animation and futuristic. And, you know, it's like I haven't seen shit like this since the digital effects in the 97 Spawn movie. I mean, this shit's fucking killer. And I'm going to put it out to you guys. Name one fucking song on the 78 song that's better than Walking on the Moon. I'll wait.
Ozone.
Wrong.
Every
Ralph? Oh,
what's
get the fuck
what's
out
on
of
your
here.
mind and
What?
and Fracture Mirror.
I don't think you listen. I think you listen to Police. I don't think you listen to this song. Brian, can you name a song on the 78 album that's better than this?
Snowblind, of course.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Paul and Gene should be embarrassed by this album. Indeed. And the solo on this, you want to talk about technical. I want to see Yngwie do the shit that Steve Brown does on this fucking solo. You know? I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I'll go to the next one. What's it called? Cosmic Heart. Cosmic Heart. Holy, again, cosmic. It's space.
Oh,
He's
wow.
a space man. Is this shit falling on deaf ears? This shit doesn't write itself. It takes a fucking genius. Again, space again. How cool. So heavy that Zeppelin, you know, very Zeppelin-esque on there. I mean, this could have been on Coda as a B-side. I mean, and the vocals on this song. I don't know. There's I would say Ace and Vince Neil are the only guys I know who get better with age. Not worse. I mean, Cosmic Heart. I mean, Spaceman Cosmic. I don't know. I don't know. Are you guys listening to the same album I'm listening to?
Maybe not. I'm thinking you sound like you're me drinking.
No. Dude, I am this drunk because I'm so I listened to this album fucking 5 times today, and I'm over the fucking moon. Space,
Right.
the moon, space. Do you not like this song, Lee? Is there something wrong with you?
Cool. It's sort of like a larger than life type of Kiss song.
Only
but done
better.
by Ace. I like this maybe even better than the first 2 songs. I don't have the issue with poppiness on this song. I actually like the way it is.
Heavy, man. Heavy.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brian?
This is actually my favorite song on the album.
Duh.
I love the beginning riff. The vocals are a bit strange, which is pretty the norm for this album. But no, I really enjoy the breakdown and the guitar solo on this one. So yeah, this is my favorite song on the album.
Ralph, what do you think of Cosmic Heart?
No, I don't like it. I like the
What?
that solo's okay. Oh, shut up, Ian. We know you're fucking talking lies. You know you hate this shit. Whatever. I liked it more the first time. Then I heard it again. I think I'll pass.
All right, we'll take the next one. Holy shit. Cherry Medicine.
Oh, man. The second worst. Yes, there's actually a worse song than this coming up. But this is hands down the second worst. This sounds like a Miley Cyrus song. Like this, it sounds like stupid pop.
If Miley Cyrus was awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, you're gonna do this whole review like this, dude?
The number's going to be amazing.
Maybe we listen to different albums. I don't know.
Yeah, we are actually. You're listening to Paul Stanley's shitty '78 album. That's why you like it so much.
No, I listen to 10,000 volts.
What a terrible song! And to think this is a song they released a video for right before they release it. It's like this is gonna fucking get people to buy it. Not everybody out there is as dumb as Lee Gerstman.
Hey.
Well, that's true.
I'm glad they're not as much.
What do you think, Lee, of Cherry Medicine?
This is like the songs on Unmasked, except I like those songs. And this is a different story. I like it better when I'm watching the video, but really it's too poppy for me. It's not my bag.
Brian?
Yeah. The vocals are totally fucked up on this one, but for some reason, I've listened to this one a couple of times. I actually like this one. It's probably my second favorite on the album so far. Now, granted, I've only given this a quick pass, but yeah, and I barely saw the music video. I actually kind of like this one, even though the vocals are kind of fucked up.
Vocals are fucked up. Maybe your ears are fucked up.
Well, that's definitely possibly.
Okay.
It could be true. Yeah.
All right, where has this song been all my life? I haven't heard anything this fucking catchy since the Proclaimers. You know, I would walk 10,000. I mean, this shit, it's an earworm. It's an earworm. And the fucking lyrics to this song, they all rhyme. Everything he says rhymes. It's a fucking genius. It's genius. I wish I was sick so I could take some cherry medicine. This shit is fucking incredible. And I've seen a lot of shit online. Like some people say the song sucks. And then thankfully I saw Matt Porter talk some sense. Say this is a great song, which it is. Shit's fucking amazing. Cherry medicine. God damn, who thinks of that shit? Who thinks of that shit? Usually medicine tastes bad, but he's like, no, it's good medicine. And you're wearing black leather. Oh, I fucking love this shit. Goddamn thing. Finally, Ace has restored my faith. But I'll take the next one. Back in My Arms Again. Fuck yes! A ballad! Oh my God. Not since Peter Criss's last solo have I heard such emotion. This makes Dream On sound like fucking Glitter from Motley Crue. Sorry, Ralph, I know you like Glitter. But, I mean, you can feel the emotion. And Steve Brown's guitar solo, it should have been 10 minutes longer. I mean, that's... Okay, I'm going to be a little negative here. This song should have been like fucking 14 minutes. Take that Steve Brown solo, keep it going, man. That truck full steam ahead. I know, Lee, you agree with me. What do you think of this beautiful fucking ballad?
I wish Ace would have kept this unreleased. It's like a bad Burt Bacharach song. Dionne Warwick would need to sing it for me to at least like her voice. But
you're implying there is a bad Burt Bacharach song. You already lost me.
You're all that I want, almost a good song by comparison. Yeah.
Not hearing. Not listening.
All right. Shut up, little boy.
All right. You shut up, Grandpa.
Okay.
Brian, please tell me you like this song.
Well, this is an earworm like Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan earworm, but no, this is Trickster bad. This is I Finally Found My Way bad. I know Ian's horrified, but the good thing about this, it allowed me to quickly hurry up and check out the rest of the songs before we recorded. So thank you.
Ralph, talk some sense into these people.
This is a song that I have been aware with forever because I got a bunch of Ace Frehley demos from back in the day. And it sucks. Even the demo. Like audio video should have been re-recorded. He's got several good unreleased songs. This ain't one of them. And I gotta say, this song sounds even better in the demo form. And I don't even like the demo form. On this one, it's even worse than the original version. It sucks. What's the next song?
Yeah, take it. Fighting for Your Life.
Yeah. Best damn song on the album. Best thing he's released since Lost in Limbo from Trouble Walking. I don't think he's done I would go as far to say this is his second best solo song after the 78 solo album. This song, I think it's AI, man, because it's so good. I mean, his voice doesn't sound lazy. It sounds like energetic, and to me, it sounds like Ace Frehley AI. Somebody did some AI work because there's a lot of words going on in the song, and it's just a ripping, amazing fucking song that in the middle of this clusterfuck of an album, I'm like, holy shit, is this song good? So yeah, I'm very impressed and I absolutely love Fighting for Life. Great song, definitely best song on the album, and second best, greatest Ace Frehley solo song after He Left Kiss, in my opinion.
Nice. Lee, what do you think?
I like the instrumentation on this. Best of all the songs I've heard so far, but the melody sounds a little too much like Hide Your Heart for my taste.
What?
He should have had a song that sounded more like Ozone for this to work. It would be one of the best songs on Monster, but that's not saying much. I'm sorry.
All right. Can I get a sober opinion from Brian Davis?
Yeah, he's definitely back on track with this. There's an up-tempo song, so great after the ballad. But really, do we need Ace singing about Johnny turning 16? And the last thing I want is, a geriatric singing about young boys. But I mean, if you've been on the Facebook page, in the last few weeks, I mean, I guess it all makes sense. But no, this song is actually pretty good, with the exception of the stupid lyrics.
All right, I don't know what you mean by that, but much like Mick Mars, I feel like Ace is doing his best work now. Okay, and I don't know, maybe I'm young at heart because the lyrics, like Johnny used to work on the dock, it speaks to me, and I feel like I'm on the tough streets of Connecticut. Where things aren't black and white, they're just white, and it's tough.
And do me a favor, turn off that bullshit detector that's going off at your place.
Done. Amazing. And you can really see on this song the influence of Steve Brown, because there's a maturity to this song that you didn't hear on the first Trickster album. Give It To Me Good. Great song. Went gold, but a little bit naivete, if you will. But if you heard their second album, Here, the one where the headphones are on the earth, a lot more maturity going on. And you get that in this song. Yeah, stellar. I agree with you, Ralph. This is one of the best songs. I mean, shit, since Dolls. A great one. I'll take the next track.
Before you take the next one, I got a question for Lee. Judging by your face, Lee, that fart you just laid smelled really bad, right?
No, I'm just puzzled by what Ian's been saying.
That's because you're drunk, Lee.
But that's also because I also laid a fart, I guess.
Yeah, I can tell by your face. That shit must have been rancid.
Well,
all right, Ian. Continue with your honest review.
All right, I'm going to take the next song, which is a fart that doesn't stink, because this shit don't stink. Blinded. Oh, my God. What I love about this album is the originality on this. I mean, Who else would write a song about being blinded by science? We've never heard that before. Holy shit. Lennon has found his McCartney. You know, you take some Ace and some Steve Brown and you shake it up. I mean, holy fuck. And listen to the lyric. I stopped going to the doctor after this song. You know, fuck science. You know, they're all watching you. You know, I mean, this is timely fucking shit. I don't even take vitamins anymore after this shit. Science bad. This song good. Blinded by science. Blinded by science. Nobody's ever done that. Revolutionary. What do you think, Lee?
Oh, they play well, but this sounds like one of those pseudo heavy rock pop songs from the children's TV show, The Electric Company. It would work there. It's not a good song for this album.
Yeah, I bet you're a fucking simp that got the Fauci ouchie. Didn't you? Sucker.
Didn't I? Yes.
Sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you're afraid of polio.
Oh, I like the I like that stuff.
Yeah, take that liberal shit to MSNBC, you fucking simp. Brian?
Yeah, I mean, this reminds me of the infamous Rock and Metal Combat Podcast promo where Ian was constantly yelling "Science!" You know, this. I'm really glad that Thomas Dolby got some love here because
what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I actually think covered by Blinded by Science probably would have been better here, but they could have credited Booker T. Boffin, and Pyromania fans will appreciate that. But no, in all seriousness, this is okay. But on Origins 3, I expect a Flock of Seagulls cover from Mace, but this is right up there when Ian appeared as Vinnie Vincent on Decibel Geek. Absolutely. Go ahead, Ralph.
That was me?
Was it? I don't know.
It's all right. I've heard worse on this album. It's nothing great, but it's better than Cherry Medicine, and I think it's the next song. Ridiculously bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nothing special. It's just like barely okay.
All right, Ralph. Well, I hope your mood improves when you talk about the next masterpiece. Constantly cute.
Yeah, the worst. This is embarrassing, man. Even for me. No, Ace did not embarrass Gene and Paul. He embarrassed me. You know? And I will also say he embarrassed all the true, real Ace Frehley fans. Because real Ace Frehley fans would not like this. Only Ace Frehley sheep like Ian would like crap like this. You know?
Disagree.
And it sucks. It's up there with Dolls. I'd put this and Dolls as the worst Ace Frehley song. That's what
now you're just being mean. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah,
constantly cute.
More lyrics about being a teenager. So I don't know what audience he's going for here. It's kind of like the Mick Mars solo album, but
50-year-old men who wear makeup and spend all their money on Funko Pops. Nothing wrong with that.
Good point. Yeah, this sucks. This should have been called "Cunt Stilly Cute." So yeah, I'm sorry, Ian.
Yeah, you are. I wish Sick and Stanley would have fucking showed up. And this is what sucks, man.
He wasn't available in 30 minutes.
Sick and Stanley, the biggest Ace Frehley fan I fucking know. And he is so ashamed of this fucking record and ashamed of the fact that Ace Frehley sucked Peter Criss's cock like down to the fucking balls. Like you know, and if you read the book, there was a woman there, and Peter Criss was there, and ate her Ace Frehley was like, you know what? I'd rather suck Peter Chris's cock, you know, and then he got with Rachel Gordon, who has a penis, you know, and he's so ashamed by that in this album that he wouldn't come on our show. And I think that's fucking deplorable. Because the fact that Ace Frehley sucked Peter Chris's cock should not influence your opinion on this album. Oh shit, I just lost my light. My light's ashamed of the fact that Ace Frehley sucked Peter Chris's cock. I am not. And I'm not ashamed of this song. Constantly Cute, I think it's fucking adorable. What do you say, Lee?
This song makes me laugh.
All right, thanks, Lee.
But when I want to hear something that's totally ridiculous, this is like Corey Feldman writing a song for New Kids on the Block. I finally found my way better than this. Gee.
I agree. I finally found my way by Kiss more than this song. And the Aerosmith Armageddon song, too.
All right. I don't know what's in the water. Lee, straighten this fucking shit out. Or wait a minute. Did I talk about this one? No, I didn't. I didn't. Again. I mean, we're on track 8. Not a clunker yet. Again, this proves this album is no anomaly. And again, I ask Lee, name one song on the 78 album that can touch this. See, you can't. And with lyrics that would make Roger Waters cry. You know? Bob Dylan would give up if he Constantly Cute. Can you name another song that speaks to the fucking human condition? This fucking light. I don't know what's going on here.
Every single fucking thing that Bob Dylan did.
Yeah, nothing compared to Ace Frehley. Did Bob Dylan write Dolls? No. He wrote fucking Times They Are A-Changin' and Simple Twist of Fate.
You're making
a bunch
me
of other fucking good
my
shit.
Vodka.
Those are shitty. I'll tell you.
You're making me want to be sober.
Those are shitty ass Bob Dylan songs, I gotta say. Fuck Bob.
Exactly. Compared to Constantly Cute.
Overrated piece.
Goddamn fucking light.
It's just as bad as Constantly.
All right.
Fuck Bob Dylan.
You know,
Bob Dylan only writes good
goddamn
performance.
You know, Rosa Parks didn't move to the front seat of the bus because of Bob Dylan. It's because of fucking Constantly Cute. That's why we all get along. Bob Dylan's a goddamn knee on fucking George Floyd's neck.
The winner of this episode is
Constantly Cute is the relief.
The winner of this episode is Ian's Light.
Yeah, the Light don't like this album. Fuck you, Light. You're just like everybody. You're a bunch of fucking sheep. You just want to hate on Kiss. You want to piss on Kiss. Sick of it.
That's not a Light. That's his bullshit detector.
Yeah, good point.
He can't handle the bullshit coming out of his mouth tonight.
All right, okay, fuck that. I feel like nobody's in tune with me tonight except for Lee. Lee, can you take the next song? Life of a Stranger.
Yeah, this is actually a good song, but it should have been a single. It doesn't really belong on the album. I remember seeing the Transporter movie long ago on video, and this song was on it. The only difference is when I watch old thriller and action movies, I don't get the urge to do cover versions of the songs on the closing credits. I do like the song, but I prefer the original. But even that,
yes, he's
I
gonna
don't go
die.
back too much. It's good as a novelty, and he proves he can branch out a little bit by doing this. But now that he did it, I don't think he should repeat the formula. Let this be the one novelty in his career, and I'll feel better about that.
All right, keep fucking choking. We need this to go viral.
Yeah.
Die.
I finished. Yeah.
Okay. Brian, talk some sense. I have no idea what the fuck he even just said, but please tell me what you think of this song.
You're definitely going to win the death poll because you did pick Lee. But no, this is another stinker with warbly vocals. And yeah, it's at this point.
God damn it!
It's like 9 to 5 when Mr. Hart's chair keeps falling back.
9 to 5, great movie. Not as good as this album, though.
Understood. Yeah, it's at this point I'm longing for Monster and Cosmic Boon. But again, thank you, Ian, for calling me. I could be at Target right now shopping and potentially hiding this album from eventual returns. But thank you again.
All right. Ralph, what do you think of this one? Life of a Stranger.
I listened to the song and I'm like, and I still haven't done it. I mean to do it. It sounds like somebody else can make the song good. I kind of like hear a good song executed badly, you know? So maybe there's an original version.
I can tell you offline about it.
Shut the fuck up, Lee.
No, actually, Lee, tell me now. Well, after you drink.
Yeah, die.
I think the song is good, but on this album it sucks because it's executed so bad. But I hear a good song there. Just it's not on here. It's not executed as good as a
Lee, no wonder you're sick. You're chasing vodka with water. Do you know fish piss in that shit?
Yeah. The original is by Nadia.
You liked
I'll
it?
give it to you, Ralph.
Oh, you're going to compare this shit to 99 Loft Balloons?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Nana.
Don't play it.
No, I said nah.
Don't play it, Lee, because of copyright bullshit.
No, I'll give it to you private. I'm just saying, but no, is my own song.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Lee. This is why we don't get that Joe Rogan Spotify money.
Yeah, whatever.
Because of this shit.
All right.
All right. Fuck all you guys, man. 2 ballads in. What is this, Christmas? What a loving tribute to Steve Brown. How Steve Brown saved Ace's career, you know, from the shit he was putting out, you know, and he wrote this fucking loving tribute to how Steve Brown saved his life. I mean, this shit makes fucking A Day in the Life sound like George Harrison wrote it. This is, goddamn. And what I love about this song, you can kind of sum up the whole album, because I think this whole album has what I like to call the Matt Sorum effect. You know, when Matt Sorum's playing, you listen to it and you're like, it has no identity. It's like anybody could be playing this. And I like that this album has that like everyman aspect. Like there's nothing that sticks out. Like anybody could play this shit. So I think it makes it more like, you know, you can get into it. You know, there's nothing elitist about this. I mean, a 5-year-old could play these fucking songs. And I think that just gives it a wider appeal. Like Matt Sorum's drumming. You know? The only thing that sticks out about Matt Sorum was his Jew curls during fucking Use Your Illusions, you know? But the music, it's common. Every man, anybody can do it. And God damn it, I love this fucking song.
Hey, Ian, don't talk about Jews. We got Lee, the anti-Semite here.
Oh, I'm not anti-termite.
Did you hear that, Brian Davis? I know you're
did.
Jewish because you got more money than all of us.
That's right. I invested in bugs on cheese, and you see where that got me.
Yeah, I actually had some cheese with bugs in it.
There you go.
All right, calm down, Kid Rock. I know you're not drinking Bud Light. Drinking Bug Light. All right, I'll take the next song, Up in the Sky. Up in the Sky. Space. Am I the only one who noticed this? Space. Up in the sky. He's a spaceman. Right there. The spaceman. I love this shit. Up in the Sky. I feel like clever is not like a clever enough word for the lyrical content, the title of the song, you know? Up in the Sky. I don't know. The thing that gets me is this song is 4 minutes and 27 seconds long, and that's 4 minutes too long because I don't deserve this shit. You people don't deserve this shit. Nobody deserves this fucking song. Nobody. It's that fucking good. It's that fucking good. You know, are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. You know, it's like, thank you. Thank you for this song. It's just incredible. What do you think, Lee Gerstman?
The words are stupid, and the music slightly less stupid, but still stupid. If someone said this was on an autograph album, there would be some people who believed it. Sorry. Next.
All right, go fuck yourself. Brian, what do you think of this amazing song?
Well,
Up in the sky.
I'm just glad you referenced Judy Blume. I mean, really way to open up the audience. So that's good.
Yeah, I went to book fairs when I was a kid.
Book it.
You know?
Yeah.
I choose my own adventure, and I choose Ace.
I do dig the guitar solo in this one. This actually is probably my favorite guitar solo in the album. But his vocals, I know, are really weird on this one. If you've been following the Facebook page, Tim Bream has been saying that I guess the vocals have been triple tracked or something, and it's not out of tune. But whatever it is, he's at a lower speed. So I don't know.
I like your background, Ian.
No, this has not been triple fucking tracked. Okay? This is like Freddie Mercury type shit. He can just do this shit. You know? I know it's hard to believe that anybody would sing this shit once, let alone 3 times. But no, this is one take.
It's hard to believe anything you're saying tonight, Ian.
Whatever. Ralph, what do you think of it? Up in the Sky?
Sucks. What's the next song?
Ah, shit. All right, then we go. Finally, something we can all agree upon. If we don't, I give up. The instrumental. Normally, fucking every instrumental is called like Cracked Mirror or Cracked Mirror 20. You know, the only reason this isn't Cracked Mirror 27 is because there's something about this that separates it from every other one. I'm even talking about Spitting the Acorn off of Second Sighting. I mean, this is Stratosphere, and again, Stratosphere, spaceman. Am I the only one who sees this? Stratosphere. Oh my God. Let me turn my notes here. This makes eruption sound like premature ejaculation. So complex. This song makes Rush sound like the fucking Ramones. Not anybody could play this. Takes a lot of talent. And takes that guy, Steve Brown. It's no trick. It's Trickster. And this is the greatest Trickster album I ever fucking heard. I'll tell you that much. You know? And the fact that Ace believed in Trickster so much he didn't even play guitar on this record speaks volumes to how he just stands by his writing partner and just says, you know, you do it. And not because he's lazy, but just because he knows that Lee Gerstman will buy it anyway. You know? And we'll stand in line for 3 hours, you know? And that takes a lot of faith to just say, fuck it. I'm going to do a solo album, but I'm not even going to play guitar. I'm going to let another guy write it, you know, and I'll half-ass sing it. And I'll let it be auto-tuned, and I'll sign my name to it. But it's really a Trickster album. That's a leap of faith. That's a leap of faith that I'll dive into. Love it. Best song on the fucking album. Stratosphere. Space.
Oh.
What were you saying, Lee?
I was just saying, shell of a man for doing it. And then very, very blubber. If you want my opinion, I don't think I fully liked any of his instrumentals except for Starship, which was pretty decent. This isn't bad.
What fucking album was that on?
That's
whatever, but it's like a song by Tangerine Dream by someone who's never heard Tangerine Dream's music, but heard about it. I usually like electronic and ambient types of stuff, but it has to be good, and Bieber and Krause, this isn't. Even Bieber and Krause used Mike Bloomfield on one of the tracks. Ace's playing on here is like a watered down Steve Vai, and so is the song. It doesn't disgust me, but I think it's kind of a throwaway, and the samples from Shock Me seem cheap. He could do better, but then again, maybe he can't.
You know what, Lee? This is why everybody else in the homeless shelter goes to another fucking corner to beg for money.
On.
You know, this negativity.
Don't take my vodka.
You know what's your thing? I'll bitch for food. You know, yeah. I'll whine for fucking vodka.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, be grateful. God bless every one of us.
Vodka.
You tiny Tim motherfucker.
Yeah.
Brian, tell me you appreciate the musical genius of Stratosphere.
It might be the worst instrumental he's ever done on an album, but I will say...
I give up.
There goes the light. I will say I do enjoy the solo halfway through. That this might be a grower if I decide to listen to this album again, but no, this is bad.
I know. I've never heard Steve Brown tap before. You know, that. Well, when he fills in with Def Leppard, you know, he sticks out like a sore thumb because he's the guy with a shirt on, and I don't know if that's because he has bitch tits. You know, and Phil Collins is very in shape. But Steve Brown on here hits all the fucking notes. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm listening to a different fucking record. Ralph. What do you think of Stratus? You know, in the cornucopia of Ace Frehley instrumentals, what do you think of Stratosphere?
Well, I totally disagree with you on this.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's awesome. I love it.
Yes.
I'm disagreeing with you, Ian. It's the second best song on here. This and Fighting for Life, I think, are the two standout tracks on the album. I love it now. What you were saying earlier, this is Steve Brown doing all the solos. I actually think he is doing some of them because some of it sounds like Ace, but Ace perfect, which kind of sounds like Tommy Thayer. It doesn't sound. It's the Ace sound, but done too perfectly. Then there's parts where it's a little sloppy. You can tell it's Ace. But yeah, I question some of the guitar work on this song. I don't think it's completely Ace.
Yeah, see, I think that, I don't know. I was hoping you liked it like I do, because I think it's kind of a backhanded compliment where you say it's Ace. This is total Steve Brown. But I mean, I haven't heard Steve Brown sound this good since they kicked out the original drummer, of Trickster. But Matt Sorum did a fine job on this, and I just want to say I want all Kiss fans to go out and buy this. Buy this because this is better than Kanye. Dare I say, better than the Mick Mars album, which is very good, very contemporary. But I mean, I think this is something that just speaks to the human condition. It's 10,000 volts. It'll bring you back to life. Are you in Slipknot or is that fucking Quiet Riot here?
What are we doing? I just opened the King Diamond album. This was in it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna pull a fucking Tim Bream. A Sick and Stanley, like, I'm too embarrassed to talk about this album because I think it sucked so fucking much cock, like Peter Chris's cock. And I fucked Rachel Gordon, who's a man. I'm glad you're not doing that.
Nope, I would never do that.
Okay, good. Because there's nothing wrong with Ace Frehley being a homosexual. Let's just stop that shit. Let's just stop it.
Me doing Sick and Stanley would be like you doing Mark Allen Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Well, thinking Stanley, it writes itself. Lee, fuck you.
You.
Brian. Anyway, this is. I think God damn this fucking light! It's the new monitor. It doesn't fit right.
This needs to be an ongoing thing for this podcast.
I know it's February still, but unlike Black History Month, I hope this shit never ends. I think we have the album of the year already, and that makes me sad that this is the album of the year because we still got 10 months to go.
I bet you anything at the end of the year, nobody's going to have this in their top 10, except for Kiss Twats.
Yeah, you would be wrong because there's plenty of people. If Kiss doesn't release a record this year, and I was hoping that, we were finally going to get a live show from Soul Station, but it looks like this could be it, for Kiss related stuff. But I really, it's like, God damn, what do I do? Go hibernate for another 10 months? Because what's going to top this? Unless Trickster puts out a new album. I don't see that happening.
Well, fuck.
I'd probably rather listen to Art Garfunkel's Angel Claire.
Well, you know what? Your dad probably wishes you'd change your last name. But, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, change your name to Lee Silverstein so your dad can go back to the country club and not hold his head down.
So that I can have Peter hairs in my nose.
Yeah. Your father hasn't been able to go back to Bushwood in fucking, 40 years.
Yeah.
Danny. World needs ditch diggers too. God damn it. All right, well, fuck it. Let's go to pick of the week.
Having me on now.
Yeah. Well,
even though you've been ridiculous, I've been ridiculous too.
Yeah. Well, the only reason you're here is that Tim Bream thinks this album sucks so bad, and he's so ashamed of the fact that Ace Frehley sucked Peter Criss's cock in his mouth to completion that he wouldn't show up on the show. So that's the only reason you're here. But Lee, do you have a pick of the week? And please don't bring up anything that has to do with Ace Frehley sucking another man's cock.
No,
because that's been done.
Let's say Texas Pantang Wildcats.
Yeah, great album, Lee. Good pick.
Yeah, he only picked that because he picked Alan Parsons' project Games People Play last time. Brian Davis, do you have a pick of the week?
Yeah, I'm gonna go by the shirt I'm wearing, which is a great kind of soul rock band that's been out the last few years called Black Pumas. Check out their debut. They just released a new album called Chronicles. Let's see, it's Chronicles of a Black Diamond or Chronicles of a Diamond. Great stuff. If you're into Wilson Pickett, Otis Redding, Stax stuff, or even Motown, but it's got kind of a rock flavor too. Terrific. Really, really good stuff.
Nice. Ralph, you got a pick of the week?
No, I'm thinking.
All right. My pick of the week, there's a shit ton, but I'm going to stick with one. Blue Oyster Cult, On Your Feet or On Your Knees.
Yeah.
Man, I cannot stop listening to BOC after I saw him, even though the show was a little what a great representation of the black and white years. It's all songs from the first three albums with a couple of covers, but I have not heard a bad BOC live album. Some Enchanted Evening is great if you want the Post, Don't Fear the Reaper. Extraterrestrial Live is great if you want the Post, what's the big hit up? Yeah, Post Burning for You. But then they released a shit ton of others. I just listened to one today from 2014. And man, they got a live version of Black Blade that fucking kicks ass. And I mean, they're just a great live band in every different incarnation they've had. Even though I missed the Bouchard brothers, with fucking Richie Castellano on there. I mean, great shit. BOC, man. Check out BOC, particularly if you're a fan of the first three albums, which is considered the black and white period. On Your Feet and On Your Knees Great live album. My pick of the week. Ralph, did you think of something yet other than Mental
Yeah,
Health?
yeah. But before I say my pick, I also want to bring up something I heard recently that's really good that I would even put some of these songs above the originals is that Blue Oyster Cult album called Cult Classics. Are you aware of this?
You know, I have it, and I've never listened to it because I knew it was like them re-recording, and
Yeah.
I'm very against that. Is
But
it worth checking out?
I think some of those songs are better than the original.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really well done.
And they just did a remaster of that a couple years ago. I think Frontiers did like a which is a label they're on now. Did like a remat, like touched it up, and I've got that, and I've still never listened to it. So you're making me want to go check it out.
Yeah, dude, I suggest you go check it out.
Wow. Okay, that's an awesome pick of the week.
No, that's not my pick of the week.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't tell with that mask on.
My pick of the week is something I already picked already, but I'm gonna pick it again because I really do love Dick Twalkin's band Wild Ride.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
that song Gasoline Alley just rules to all hell. That's my pick of the week. That album, Gasoline Alley, is fucking awesome, and I am very much looking forward to their new stuff that I believe they're done with. Wild Ride, WYLDRYDE, I believe. That's
Yeah, it's pronounced Wild Stallions.
Yeah.
But it's spelled Wild Ride, and they are on CMC Records.
Yeah, they're awesome, man.
Easy Music Cemetery.
Definitely my pick of the week.
Nice. All right, well, now it's time to go to Fan of the Week. And Fan of the Week is no one. Because you motherfuckers goddamn cause so much fucking drama. God damn it. I'm sick of this shit. Getting fucking text at work about the goddamn Facebook page and people saying...
Nobody fucking... Well, yeah, there is one guy.
Well, they know you ain't gonna fucking answer, and I ain't far behind. Dude, I've got like fucking 70-something unanswered messages, and I get fucking social anxiety, you know, like fucking Lee does when he has to take a piss test to get food stamps, you know. I'm like, hey, you know, you know, it's just like, there's so much to do, so much to fucking do, you know, in so little time. But I love you all. I love all you motherfuckers that listen to this show, and the people who stuck by. And again, don't let any one person ruin this shit, man. You know, look at, and I got so fucking light.
You sound like me.
I got so happy when I posted that picture of me and Ralph Ralph and I at the first Rockin' Pod, man, because that's what it's all about. That fucking energy that we had when we took that stage and pissed everybody off, and
we still got that energy.
Oh, I know, and so like you know, when I see Johnny Vogan say the glory days, I don't think the glory days are behind us. I think episodes like this, like In Spite of Lee, show that
glory days. We did. Yeah.
You know, that we are still just as vital as we were when we started out, and this summer is going to be our fucking 10th anniversary. You know, we're lasting longer than the fucking Beatles, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
You know, Lee Gerstman might be our Yoko Ono, but we're going to keep going. You know, and I was just so happy to do this show and talk about an album that's going to change people's lives. You know. And the way they listen to music, you know, because probably some people are going to listen to music on mute after this shit. You know,
I'm glad I was on it, buddy.
Well, that makes one of us. You know, this is what it's all about. But to do this shit, you know, with a homeless man and with Brian Davis, you know. I love this shit, you know, and Ralph and I going stronger than ever. And, you know, sometimes life gets in the way and episodes are spread out, but, you know, we're doing back-to-backs. This shit's going to be up the next day. There's plenty of fucking gas left in this tank. And if it starts to run out, I'm gonna call Steve Brown. You know, I'll be like, hey, write an episode for me. You know, I like those 2 ballads you did. You know,
I'm glad that we did this because if Ace listens to this, I want him to see me more.
Hell yeah. Lee has spoken.
all right. Well, let's see. Next week, we got some options here. I mean, I know we still got a couple of fan episodes left that I gotta plan out. But there's been a couple of new major releases, including the Mick Mars solo album and Bruce Dickinson's new solo album. So I don't know if we'll do a fan episode next week or if we'll review one of those albums. But yeah, I plan on recording next Sunday. We're gonna keep this fucking shit going, and hopefully next week Lee's not available.
Yeah.
And may I'm going to plug my channel. Yesterday, I did a review of the new Mick Mars album, and tomorrow I'm going to air my review of the Bruce Dickinson album. And then Thursday, I'm going to put up my review of the new Saxon album that came out last month. Coming up on Almost Human this week. Thank you.
Yeah. So check that out, and don't check out this show because like 79,000 more people watch the Almost Human than this shit. But I like that, it's like Spinal Tap. Our audience is more selective.
See, over at Almost Human, there were glory days. But on Rock and Metal, these are glory days.
Yes. These are glory days, and be nice to each other on the Facebook or block each other.
Yeah.
Don't be a bitch.
Exactly.
And go on YouTube and just block Lee Gerstman videos. Don't fucking leave YouTube.
No, don't do that.
No, but what I'm saying, don't leave YouTube just because of fucking Lee Gerstman videos.
Hey, stay. Listen, I'm gonna fucking have to bug you now.
Oh, what do you mean now, motherfucker?
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Go
put some Grecian formula on your fucking pubes, Gray Bush. Motherfucker.
Thank you. I will. I'll tell my beautician. You gave me good advice.
Like you go to a beautician. Look at you, you fucking out of place motherfucker. All right. All right. If you don't like this shit, come back next week when Lee Gerstman will be in jail. It's the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
Smack 'em a gob.